What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And I just got back from the gym and ESBC dropped this round table with Todd Grisham, Ash, Sonny Edwards and Will, who we know as Rack on the Discord. And I'm going to be doing a full breakdown on it probably tomorrow. I didn't just want to do a reaction. That felt kind of cheesy, to be honest, just sitting there for 40 minutes just nodding along. I didn't want to do that. I took notes the whole time and I'll do a full breakdown on it tomorrow. One thing I wanted to talk about was, of course, the release date, because I mentioned release date plans, and I just have to say, I'm not gonna be humble here, guys. I was fucking right. I told people there'd be an early access. I told people it made sense. No, study, it doesn't make sense. Anyways, they mentioned that there will be an early access. Of course, we still don't know when, but an early access just makes sense. So I'm going to talk about some of the things they mentioned that will be there day one and some of the things that will come throughout the early access's lifespan. So right off the bounce, of course, we're going to get our play nows, our online, of course. Those are the basics. Things like career mode, those will come later in life. Things like creative fighter, we kind of do know, we kind of don't know kind of thing. That's a bit of a tough one. But for now, we know that like a career mode, that won't be coming straight away. That's going to take time because they want to get that right. And this early access makes sense for that reason. They want to get it right. So of course, we're going to have things like, bunch of fighters, bunch of this, bunch of that, and we will be able to say, this is an issue, and they'll fix it as it comes. So once that full release is ready, the game won't need to have those basic bug fixes where it's like, hey, the jab straight is broken. That won't need to be happening because those issues will have been addressed in the early access, which is one thing I kept talking about when I said the early access makes sense. That's why one of the things that I mentioned the most is that they can fix all these things prior to a full console release. Now, they mentioned there will be 8 weight classes on day one. They'll be merged or joint together. So there will be no juniors or supers. There will just be your lightweight, your welterweight, your middleweight. Because the roster on day one won't be the size they want it to be. It's not going to have enough for welter, super welter, middle, super middle to all be full. So just middle is just going to be combined, welter is just going to be combined, and I believe that makes sense. Of course, that doesn't mean these things won't change, as they mentioned, when the roster's bigger, then the supers and the juniors will start to come out. And like I said, we have no real date for this early access. I still believe it'll be Q4 of this year, and I knew I was right about the early access, and I believe I'll be right about this. And like I said, guys, their point is just the early access makes sense for bug fixing. So if you guys don't have a PC, when it comes to console, you won't have to worry about going online and being like, oh, the jab's broken. These things will be fixed. These basic bugs, these things that bother people will be fixed on your console release day one. Whereas for us guys on PC or early access, we may have a lot of issues that we have to address, we have to talk about for them to fix and get those constant updates out quickly. Because on Steam, you can get updates out like this. Whereas Sony especially, they're a bit like, I don't want to do it yet. They drag their feet a lot of updates. Whereas Steam, it's just rapid. And I think it's just an awesome plan. I think, yes, it will limit the player base because not everyone has a PC. Not everyone is able to afford a gaming PC, especially because they're so expensive these days. But it makes sense, and like I said, day one we'll have these 8 weight classes, we'll have a good amount of fights, we'll have the play now, we'll have the online, you'll have several different languages for the text, not commentary yet, commentary will just be English for now. So right off the bounce, the early access is going to be a pretty solid build, and it's things like servers are going to be fixed. Of course, I'm guaranteeing the community will crash the servers. I guarantee it. So things like that will be fixed. Basic bugs, issues, probably end of fight, start of fight, mid fight issues that are very apparent at the start. Those will all be fixed throughout the life. Now, I could probably see the early access being 6 or 7 months long, but we'll have to wait and see. But I thought I'd just cover this because this is the biggest part and I just want to talk about it really quick. And I'll be doing a full breakdown, like I said, on this roundtable tomorrow. And yeah, I just thought I had to cover this quickly. So, it's not a bad deal really. Early access, I still believe Q4 this year. 8 weight classes, good roster, you play now, you're online, which means you'll be able to fight the AI, fight one another. They'll be fixing the game constantly, constant updates, which is what we want, constant patch notes, things like that, which is very, very exciting. But I just had to make this video tonight, and yeah, no more uploads from me tonight because this is not like as big as like gameplay in my opinion, but I will be doing a full breakdown tomorrow for an earlier upload. But yeah, thank you as always for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.